Your failure is imminent.
Unfucking believable.
It's fucking worthless.
All day. Talk shit all day.
Dude, Michael picked that dog. Oh my god.
What's going on with the internet?
You look like you're in Syria, Afghanistan. What the hell? I figured they'd make you cut your hair.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jobsquad Media Podcast. This is episode 4, I think, now at this point. Joined today by the lovely crew, including Bomber, Ricochet, and Hiatus Troll. I'm taking over the hosting duties. I'm Sweet Johnny Cage, because Bomber's feeling a little bit under the weather.
Yeah.
He's been dying for the past couple days on our couch.
Yep, slept for about 24 hours the past day, and still feel like shit, so cool.
Yeah. How's everybody's holidays?
Great. Fantastic.
They were okay, not too eventful, but worked.
I never got a stocking, so it's like I never
I know.
lived here.
It's fucking worthless. We told him to get a stocking like 3 weeks before Christmas, couldn't get one. Maybe longer than that.
Just lazy. That's all.
So went to my work.
Yeah, I should have. All right, so last week was our Star Wars episode. Hope everybody enjoyed that. I have not seen it any more times since then. Have any of you?
No.
Oh,
No,
wait a minute. Since we did the episode, you saw it like 3 more times, didn't you? Since we did the actual episode.
Did we do the episode before or after Christmas?
It was...
Before?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, I've seen it 3 times since
Yeah, I was
that
going to say,
episode.
you've
I
seen it
should say
several
then.
times since then.
Yeah, I saw it 3 days in a row with different people. The movie just gets better every time. But we'll get to some Star Wars news, I'm sure, in a little while. All right, so this episode is mainly just going to be a best of 2015, as well as our movie spotlight and the pre-screen verdict. The movie spotlight this week is Interstellar. We decided to do a movie that's been out for a long time. This way we didn't all have to go to the movies and, see something new. And although it was new to me, and I think it was new to you too, Bomber, right?
Yeah, and Ricochet's been hounding everybody
Yeah.
to fucking watch it, so we finally did.
You know what's funny is I've had it on Blu-ray since September when he first told me to see it, and I didn't even watch it on Blu-ray. I watched it on Amazon.
You're terrible.
I don't get that.
Well, I was home back in New York, and I didn't have the Blu-ray on me.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
watched it on Hulu.
So, best TV in 2015. What do you guys think was your favorite show in 2015? Let's hear it.
Who wants to go first? I want to hear what Troll's got to say.
I'll go last.
I want to hear what Troll's got to say, because I know it's going to be fucking like Dawson's Creek or some shit.
Dude, 2015, okay? I mean, we're not going to talk about your favorite shows, but mine was Game of Thrones way back earlier in the season, earlier in the year.
Season 5?
Yeah, oh my God. It's not fresh in my mind, but Jon Snow, man, he had it rough.
That's what I figured. That was probably like, that's like one of the most shocking moments to me in TV in 2015 was
Just
Jon
like-
Snow dying.
Yeah, he gets raped,
Yeah.
He's not
killed
even
by
ex-
White
That's what he
Walkers?
does.
No, he gets
No,
gangbanged by
by his own Night's Watch.
they gangbang him. They
Yeah.
lead little kid
Spoiler
leads him
alert,
over.
guys! Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
you haven't
Yeah.
watched it. You had about almost a year.
Yeah, I was about to
So
say.
that's on you.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, that guy was moving mountains. He was making moves. Hey, let's go ahead and I guess voted into the Night's Watch.
Yep.
All that stuff and pisses off homeboy there.
I remember this episode now. I remember
Yeah.
seeing the clips.
And then all of a sudden, he's trying to get the fucking, the wildlings to come and join
Yeah,
and stuff. And then they see how the White Walkers are. Oh my God! They finally get to see a glimpse of how the White Walkers are in real, in the real deal and stuff. And that was pretty cool. And yeah, so then they knew they were like legit, and then I think he just gets freaking destroyed.
Yeah. What
I
about
think he was making all the right moves, but
Yeah,
everybody else seemed to be against him.
Yeah,
fuck that little kid.
Except for everybody outside the wall.
nobody in the Night's Watch other than Sam and him know about or have seen White Walkers.
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
Sam took off with his woman.
Yep.
He's gonna go study. What about you though, John? What's your TV show of the year?
Well, I don't really watch any major TV shows. I don't watch Walking Dead. I don't watch Game of Thrones. What you and I watched this year, though, pretty quickly, was this season of South Park.
It was, yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
And I have watched South Park since the beginning. I wasn't a huge fan of it until maybe like 4 seasons in, when it started getting to be more like political and news humor. But this season was unbelievable with the continuous storyline throughout. And it just kept building and building and building. I wasn't super satisfied with the ending, but if it had to end some way, I guess that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
I do wish PC Principal had told Leslie to shut her fucking mouth one more time.
That's
I feel
true.
like that would have been a much better way to open that scene, or to end that scene.
I'm surprised they did. I was shocked that they didn't do that.
He said it like 3 times in
know.
the show, in the season.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would definitely be South Park. And it was only 10 episodes. I know they're usually a lot longer, the seasons, but I know I read in an interview, I want to say it was in like Sky Mall or something like that, or like American Way, on some flight a few months ago, that it's difficult for them to come up with episode concepts now because they've done everything. So they quite literally just have to rely on the news, and sometimes there's not enough. So I think knowing that, I think they did an excellent job of creating a story arc, and just like building up South Park to be the South Park the town, with Soto Sopa and Shitpa Town, and like all the different little things with the Whole Foods. I thought that was just so smart, and it's so out there and random, and it plays into the Randy humor a lot, which I know. I mean, Randy's become a favorite for the past few seasons. Although the last season was basically the season of Randy, so I'm glad they toned it down a little bit since then. But yeah, it was good. There were just so many great episodes this season. All 10 were perfect. Not
it
perfect,
was a great
but
season.
Really, 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 really good.
Yeah, everybody's been telling me to watch it at work, and I finally sat down and we started watching. It was really good.
Yeah.
What about you, Bomber?
Well, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I have to, of course, I have to say, Walking
What's your-
Dead,
oh, no.
Walking Dead, the whole Alexandria safe zone that they've hit, the whole arc of that, it's absolutely fantastic. Like the way this half season. So for this year, 2015, we saw the end of the second half of season 4 and the beginning of season 5. The first half, the last half of season 4, the first half of season 5, which is weird, right? And season 4 ended awesome, and season 5, the final thing, I don't know. I assume you got, we talked about it obviously, but the way it ended with everybody walking out, holding the hands, the shit is gonna go insane when it picks back up in February.
So wait, they show half seasons, like the back half of one season and the beginning half of one season a year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like starting in February this year, they're gonna finish season 5. So season 5 is gonna end. I don't know, March. I guess I don't know when it ends, and then later on in October they'll start the next season. So it has like two different seasons in 1 year. It's weird, I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
that's
because they split up their seasons, but
yeah.
But the end of season 4 was fantastic, and the beginning of season 5, I think this is one of my favorite seasons so far. That first half of this season 5 has been great. And I did read that the very first episode of this next half season coming up is one of the most deadly episodes they've ever had. They're going to have the most characters dying that they've ever had in one episode.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So that's going to be crazy.
Can't
But
not wait.
yeah, but I know because I'm such a huge Walking Dead fan, but I have to go with Walking Dead. But yeah, that's for me.
Cool. I don't know if we've all had a different show that we thought was best in 2015. I recently watched a show. I think it's
True Detective.
no,
Season 2.
Oh, God. That was probably the worst fucking thing of this
Yeah.
year.
I can agree with that. I don't really want to call it a TV show, but maybe a miniseries.
Is it a Netflix series?
It's a Netflix series.
Oh, whatever.
Came on late in 2015. I watched it over a 2-day period, 10 episodes. I was sick.
I know what it is.
I was sick, and
Oh,
I just started it, and the first episode grabbed me, and I was hooked. 10 straight hours of Making a Murderer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was about to
that's exactly
say
what it
everybody
is.
at work.
Making a Murderer. If you guys have not seen it,
I haven't.
highly, highly recommend checking it out.
I just had somebody recommend that to me
It is a
today.
real life thriller about a DNA exoneree of a rape case, which he was wrongfully convicted for, and he spent in jail for 18 years until DNA came about and exonerated him. But I mean, that's just the beginning, the initial episode. And so, but it's a documentary that's filmed over a 10-year period of the real life thriller of Stephen Avery, who I think is framed for the murder of Teresa Halbach. And the evidence that the defense case brings up is really, really intriguing, and you can't not believe it. I mean, you can't just not believe what you're seeing. The state of Wisconsin is corrupt. I will say that.
Wow.
Well, there was like an article about was it the DA? He was saying like not all the evidence was like on that show was like showing
true.
what the DA was presenting there.
This is true, but
Yeah.
when you watch the show, you will see just how credible the DA who gave that statement really is. And when you see all the shady shit that happens, you're just gonna say to yourself, "No way, sir. No fucking way."
Yeah, I heard everybody.
You will not believe the shit that you see in these videos.
I've heard some crazy shit. Yeah,
I mean, you have 100,000 petitions signed, signatures on a petition. I'm not sure if it's for a new trial or a pardon, but the guy deserves a new trial. And not only that, but another person who was just totally wronged during the whole investigation. Definitely check it out.
I was about to start that last night. I was sick, laying in bed, and I was like, "All right, everybody's been telling me to watch it. I'm going to do it." And then I was like, "I don't know how invested I can be right now because I watch it."
Believe it, man. You're in the news. You work for the news. You should be watching it.
I know. Everybody's been telling me at work to watch it, but I loaded up season 10 of Always Sunny in Philadelphia instead.
It's probably a better show for when you're sick.
Yeah, because I don't know how I passed out like in the middle of an episode. That's why I didn't do it. But by the way, season 10, Always Sunny, it's pretty good so far. It's on Netflix. They just put season like January 5th actually. They put season 10 up, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it when it comes out.
Yeah,
when I get a chance.
That's my best show in 2015.
Cool,
hands down.
So I don't want to spend too long on worst. But does anything stand out to you guys? Like for me, it was True Detective season 2 was fucking god awful. Anything stand out to you guys?
I will agree with True Detective. I just think that was the most sporadic, and that the writing for that show was all over the place. I don't know if Pizzolatto wrote every episode, but I don't like it when you have different directors for each episode. Cary Fukunaga did all the episodes for season 1, and you saw, shot really well. I don't know, man. It felt rushed, and it felt like HBO was just wanting to get a product out.
I feel like it just wasn't edited.
Correct. Yeah,
like the writing just wasn't edited.
I agree. I
feel like they were like, "Oh, True Detective was like so good in the first season. This season can't possibly be bad. There's no need to like reel in Pizzolatto at all." And he just fucking went nuts.
I'm sorry, man. When you put Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson on screen together, and that kind of a script, there's no way you're beating that.
Yeah.
No way.
All right, Bomber, Travis, anything stand out to you guys as worst of 2015 for TV?
Not really. I saw F is for Family on Netflix, a new animated cartoon that's on there, and it wasn't that great, but I wouldn't say it's like terrible or anything. A lot of people said it's like horrible. I found it a little entertaining, but I guess that's one of the weakest shows I've seen this year. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's that bad. But other than that, nothing bad stands out.
Troll, how about you?
I mean, I don't really watch a lot of TV shows, and if I don't really recollect. And okay, well, I mean, I don't really Like if I don't like it, I'm not watching. I don't really remember what I don't like. So
Yeah, sure.
So
All right. So moving on. Up next is Best of Gaming in 2015. I should probably go last for this. But what stood out to you guys that was great in gaming for 2015?
Well, I guess I'll jump first. Let you guys get your thoughts. For me, obviously, I don't play that many games anymore. I play League of Legends, and that's pretty much for the most part it. Or unless I'm going for trophies, I'm a big trophy hunter. But one game that definitely stood out for me is my 2015 game of the year. It's going to be Game of Thrones. Telltale. Telltale's Game of Thrones. Wow, God damn, that's a good fucking game. I played the first episode, and it took me forever before I picked up on the rest of it. And once I did, I was so happy that every decision you make, and just like every Telltale game, like consequences are coming from it. Stuff's gonna pan out certain ways, and it felt like every decision I made was the hardest fucking thing I've done in my entire life. And it's so good because Pete, you're gonna get people fucking killed, and it was a very good game. And you're these two main characters, you're actually four characters, but later in the game you have to pick what's going to happen, live or die between two of your main characters. You've been playing this whole game, and I'm not spoiling anything, but oh man, it's really, really fucking good. I put it up there, right up there with the Walking Dead, if not better than the Telltale Walking Dead games.
Oh man.
And it's really good. I know you started playing some of it, Ricochet. Right? Did you ever get past the first episode?
We've only done the first episode. We haven't ventured on.
See, that's what I did. That's like a kind of introductory episode. You kind of just figured out what's going on, but as soon as you get going, holy shit, it's really good. But for me, that's definitely my game of the year. If not, I can't pick League of Legends because that's like the only game I really play. So.
All right, Troll. What about you?
Oh, well, you kind of have to agree with like the video game awards here. I got a hold of The Witcher 3.
What are your thoughts on that? Because I just recently started playing that as well.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I like a lot. I mean, I played the first two. I mean,
Keep going. Go. Let me hear.
I played the first two when they probably a little bit before then because I had the packs and on Steam, and I tried them out, and the mechanics seemed a little wonky, but other than that, like when I played this one because I saw the graphics on it, I was like, man, it looks pretty interesting. I really want to try it out. So it really what was that? I spent probably about, I want to say, over 100 hours playing it.
Wow.
Yeah. And I wasn't even scratching the surface. It was more like me messing around trying to get all the objectives on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And all that stuff. So, and then unlocking all that stuff and all the gear. So, each town has its own, issues and all that stuff, and, you got to take care of those. And it's, usually those quests could take probably about, a good 15, 20 minutes or whatnot. But, I mean, there's plenty of issues that, goes on in these towns and all that stuff. So, definitely a lot of stuff to do in the game. And then the crafting, I didn't really like too much, but I'm not a person that just goes up and straight to crafts like most of those games. So
Minecraft. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, you looked so pissed off when I said that.
He froze.
Oh, never mind. He froze.
Oh my god!
I love
What's
that.
going on with the internet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You downloading some porn over there, son?
Dude, I don't download it now. I stream it, and I don't do it on my computer.
Smart.
Are you afraid the man's watching?
Smart man.
Exactly.
Watching through your curtain back there.
Yeah.
That curtain has been hanging for like 20 years.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
All right. So, anything else out from Witcher 3 that you thought stood out for you?
No, I played a little bit of the Fallout 4 game as well, and that was amazing too. What was it? The storyline, and pretty much just like The Witcher 3. A lot of side quests and very big map. Was it there wasn't I didn't really enjoy what was it? The companions all too much because all of a sudden I'm rolling around with the main companion for the what was it?
The dog.
No, not the dog. Dude, Michael Vick that dog. But no, for what was
out.
it? Oh, come on.
Nah, you're fine.
I'm joking.
Yeah, but I mean, every time I like roll around with like a male character on stuff, he'd like go gay on me or whatnot. He'd be like, "Hey, want to start a relationship?" Like, no. Like I inspire him so much, and he go, "Hey, man, go like, want to have a romantic relationship?" No. So, but what was it? I mean, it had like a lot of stuff to do in the world, but I mean, you know, like the main storyline wasn't even that long.
Okay. All right. Rico, what about you?
Oh, call him Rico. Call him Rico.
It's all right. It's first strike.
Suave.
I haven't really played a lot of games this year.
Real?
It's mainly just been.
I already know what you're saying. I already know what you're gonna say.
No, all right. What do you think I'm gonna say?
Real-timer.
You're wrong either way.
I'm going to say
Well,
Bloodborne.
Nope.
Go ahead.
I think Guitar Hero.
No, I'm not gonna say Guitar Hero.
Technically,
Although
that's a
Although
2016 game, isn't it?
It is fun. It is fun to
I think
play.
it's a 2016 game.
For him. Didn't you start playing that in 2016?
I did.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess so.
Bloodborne is fantastic, but I mean, I'm just gonna talk about something that's it definitely falls in the category gaming. That something happened this year that I think is great for gaming. Pretty sure Unreal Engine 4 was a subscription-based program. You had to pay to use it. I think earlier in 2015, they actually made it free to use, and I think you saw an abundance of.
Well, don't you now have to... It's free to use, but you guarantee Epic a cut of the sales?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So it's not totally free.
Well, yeah, you could say it's not totally free, but still, I mean, you saw a whole lot of modded games to the Unreal Engine 4 come out, like Rocket League. I can't recall the other name, but just the fact that there's people out there who create like Resident Evil 2 remake. I'm pretty sure it's off Unreal Engine 4. Look at what somebody made. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. What is it? Kakariko Village.
Kakariko Village, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw the Mario one.
Yeah, Super Mario
exactly.
64, the Peach's Castle redone.
That was great.
I mean, I can't really decide on the best game for 2015 because I just really haven't played enough. Although Bloodborne is fantastic.
Fucking A it is.
Yeah, you could say Unreal Tournament. You could say Unreal Tournament.
I mean, Unreal Engine 4 as a whole.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Well, I mean, for our listeners and viewers who don't know your history, you actually played in an Unreal tournament this year at Epic in North Carolina.
I did.
Who's that?
What's that?
Whose phone was that?
I don't know. That wasn't my phone. I think
I think it was Travis.
it was a Whip It Good.
Silence that shit.
Yeah, that was back in September. There was a Capture the Flag tournament.
Yeah,
So,
and your team got second.
Yeah, we were runner-ups. We lost the first match, and then
You lost by a hair.
yeah, in the
By
grand
one
final,
of the
yeah.
most ridiculous flag carries I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we tied it up with like seconds to go, like literally a second to go on the scoreboard, on the clock, and then like 3 minutes overtime. There was a situation. The enemy had our flag, we had their flag. We were both flag carriers crossing the bridge at the same time, and it just happened to be we were taken out by the cover from the enemy team. So I was the last line of defense, and I had my back turned because I was too busy covering our flag carrier, which is what I was supposed to do. But I mean, we all played our best, played our hearts out. But that's all I'm gonna say on that.
All right. For my best game of the year, it would have been Metal Gear had the game been finished.
Hey, good
It's
job,
a great,
Konami.
it's a great game for what it is. I mean, it's a game that I was addicted to playing for a long time. I spent a full day playing that game without even realizing. I was up for, I think, 16 or 18 hours just without realizing. Just trying to like not just get through it, but like I thoroughly enjoyed playing it so much that I just kept playing it. Got a platinum trophy on it, which is really rare for me. I mean, I only platinum games that I really enjoy playing. So
Me too.
without it being Metal Gear, it would for me be Bloodborne, and that's not to say that there aren't other great games. I mean, Yoshi's Woolly World on Wii U is really great. Xenoblade Chronicles X I had started playing. I haven't dumped too much time into it because I had also picked up The Witcher at the same time. And Witcher for me, that game just doesn't do it. Like, it's a fun game, but there's just like an overwhelming amount of shit to do in that game, and I don't find the combat too intuitive. And it's just slower. And I mean, I'm playing it on console. I'm not playing it on PC, but I can't imagine it being too much different because it's just the way it works. And I think I've dumped about 30 hours into it at this point, and I'm going to keep playing it until something else comes out. And it may be a game that I finish eventually. Like, by the time the PS5 comes out, maybe I'll, like, chip away at it eventually, over the years. But something else that I, like, didn't really care about for The Witcher was, not care about, but care for in The Witcher was Geralt's voice. He just can't speak in a normal fashion. Like, he's always, like, so low that I have to read his subtitles. But everyone else is fine. That really frustrates me.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, it's fucking perk up, guy. But yeah, Bloodborne, just amazing. And the old Hunters just made it better, it's rare because we discussed this a few weeks ago, but DLC for me is usually not something that I'm a huge fan of. But when it came to Bloodborne and the old Hunters, it added 3 or 4 new areas, 4 bosses. 5 bosses. And it also, balanced out the original game too. Made some changes, added a new Covenant with a new Carol rune. Just great game overall. Chalice dungeons could have been done better. It's one weakness. There's no reason to do them unless you're trying to farm for blood gems for PvP. Or if you're going for the platinum, but there's no reason to keep doing them after you kill the final boss in there. And I feel like that they missed the mark on that. Like, they didn't really do what they set out to do with those. Because the way they promoted it, they said, it's going to be like a Diablo-style thing where it's procedurally generated, and, you could just keep doing it, fight new bosses, and there's really only, like, 5 newish bosses, but by the time you do the dungeons, most people leave them to the end of the game. By the time you do them, you're so fucking overpowered that you are destroying these bosses in 3 hits. And I'm dead serious. Like, you land 1 parry on a boss and you deal 100% of their health. They don't scale.
If only I could make it past the Bloodstarved Beast.
Summon me. Just summon me. I'll take care of him in 2 seconds.
Summon me.
I haven't played it in a while.
So yeah, that's Bloodborne for me. But this year was really good, and if I had to say something like Ricochet did, the Final Fantasy VII Remake announcement, and just the E3 of dreams this year, we got everything we ever wanted, and it's all on the way. Hopefully, we'll see some of it being playable in 2017, if not 2018, 2016, if not 2017. I forgot what year it was. So yeah. All right, so that was best games of 2015. Let's go on to best movies. Who'd like to start on best movie of 2015?
Oh, that's tough.
I guess I'll start. Star Wars.
I guess so, yeah.
Why not, right?
I mean, I haven't seen a movie in the theaters more than once, I don't think ever. I saw Star Wars 4 times in a week. So yeah, it's a good-ass movie. I recommend everybody go see it.
Yeah.
I don't think if you haven't seen it yet, you're probably not going to go see it in the movie theater.
Well, if you're waiting for someone to tell you to go see it, if you're one of them people...
No, I mean, it's
Go
different if
fucking
it's
see it.
Star Wars. People aren't going to wait for Star Wars. Not this long.
Well, I still think it's going to be in theater for like another month.
Oh, probably. It probably will.
Because has it come out in China yet?
It just did. 53 million.
So...
What about you?
Spotlight was great.
What was that?
Spotlight? That was the Boston Globe.
Oh, yeah, the church scandal?
Yeah. The
Is that a movie?
Archbishop Diocese. Yes.
With Mark Ruffalo. It came out very recently.
Yeah.
Wait, is that your pick?
Yeah.
Really? Over Star Wars?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was really... I mean, I left the theater that's all I could think about for like the next 2 days.
Okay.
Was that whole scandal. I went and did some research on it and everything.
I've never even heard of it.
It's worth it's worth checking out. We were supposed to get like free tickets for it because I received like a gift card for Christmas for movie tickets, but the damn gift card was movietickets.com. I wasn't told this, and I had to go online like 15 minutes. We were sitting in the theater parking lot, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so pissed off! Why the hell did I get a movie tickets gift card and not just a Carmike or Regal Mayfair gift card? Please tell me why." So I had to sit there, make an account on my fucking mobile phone, which takes god awful forever if you haven't done it. I don't recommend it.
This sounds like a really big bitch fest right now.
I like
But
it.
Yeah.
I like
Just-
it.
I mean, I get my account made. It's clearly 10 minutes before the show. I go online, redeem the gift card on the website, go to buy tickets for the show, and it says 6:30 p.m. is grayed out for online ticketing. I was like, fuck that. So I had to actually pay for it.
That's funny. Not funny.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, I've never even heard of that. Okay, cool.
And
I think
I don't
we need
want
to
to
kill
bash
Travis.
somebody, but Travis is killed.
Why are we killing Travis?
No, just like the camera.
Yeah.
It's so.
It was blocky for like 30 seconds before while Elias was talking.
Well,
I don't know if he's been watching
it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I don't know if he's been watching the shows or not, but the man's taste in movie outing experience just gets worse and worse. I will never ever ever ask for a damn gift card to the movies again for Christmas from this person.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Who was it?
Come on, man. We're talking about the happening here.
Oh, it was Glenn. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
I hope, Glenn, if you're listening, I apologize. I'm only joking. I love you. With
You
all
make
my
sure
heart.
he needs to watch. He needs to watch and listen to these episodes. He needs to. It needs to be on one day. All right. Anything else for your for that?
Spotlight.
Yeah.
No.
I guess Travis has answered for me.
I was about to say. I guess so.
I mean, are we talking about a response to Elias's or? Like,
Talking
yeah.
about priest and archbishops grabbing people, kids' dicks. That's pretty crazy.
The young boys.
The young
Yeah.
boys,
Prospects.
prospects.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Is that what you called them, Jake? Huh? Prospects?
I would never say that.
Kill
That's
that
like the
man.
scariest blurred vision I've ever seen.
I would never say that.
All right, Troll, what about you? What about your best movie for 2015?
Have you ever seen the movie that just came out recently, Concussion?
I heard about it. It was Will Smith, right?
Yeah, Will Smith. You know, and he like plays somebody that's like like he plays like a foreign guy that was a foreign doctor from Africa, right? He's got like all these credentials. He goes into like pretty much discovering that concussions, they end up damaging the brain really bad, and then that the NFL is covering it up. Spoiler. So,
Spoiler.
sorry.
In case
Well,
you don't-
isn't it based on a true story?
It is.
It is a true story. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right,
mean,
right,
it talks about. I mean, it really goes into detail. How the NFL has been trying to cover it up and all that stuff, and how unreceptive, like a lot of the people were about him doing this research and all that stuff. Even people in his own, work. They were talking about how like an NFL player comes up dead, and he's like, let's go ahead and just not do an autopsy. And Will Smith's characters go like, let's go ahead and do an autopsy. We got to find out what's going on. He was like, you shouldn't be desecrating this guy. He's like a really a high iconic person. Like, wouldn't you want to find out what's going on with the people that you love so much?
Mhm.
So I mean, he puts a lot of his own money in to go ahead and doing this research as well. So
No, I heard it's very good.
yeah, it's really good. And it definitely brought an eye-opening experience to, what the NFL players go through. What they can occur.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bomber, what about you? Top 2015 movie?
Well, seeing how I'm on Letterboxd, so I can easily keep track of all the movies I've seen in 20.
Oh, there you go.
2015.
By the way, we are
And-
not sponsored by Letterboxd.
We're not yet. But
Right.
anyway, I've seen 23 movies this year.
Wow.
And that's also including like movies for 2014 and older, whatever. But Anyway, as far as movies, 12. I've seen 17 movies in 2015. I've seen 17 movies in 2015.
Like actual 2015 movies?
Actually,
Okay.
2015 movies. And I'm noticing, of course, all of them are like scary movies, most of them.
Sure.
Probably 90%. But right near the end, I've seen such good movie like Spectre was good, Creed was extremely good, and of course Star Wars, and of course you throw Ridiculous 6 in the middle.
Yeah, that was surprisingly. I enjoyed that movie.
And I have not heard anybody say anything good about that movie yet. That's the funny thing. Everybody hates the fuck out of that movie.
I thought it was decent.
I thought it was okay, but
You didn't see the whole thing.
I didn't see the end. Yeah, I didn't see the end, but the other part I fell asleep. But anyway, I also have to go with Star Wars. With Creed a close second, and I also this makes. Sorry for me. It Follows was also very good. That was earlier on, like at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, good. That was awesome.
And I want to pick surprisingly good movie of the year. I know this isn't like a thing that we're going to do, but surprisingly good movie of the year, Dead Rising, the movie.
I didn't know they had a movie.
I know, me neither. I got the DVD. I was like, oh, it's like $5. I'm going to get the DVD and watch it. Surprisingly, that was a good fucking movie.
Is Dead Rising with Frank West? Is that the character?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't Rob Riggle, Frank West.
Who?
Rob Riggle.
It's called Dead Rising Watchtower. Hold on, let me click on it. Let me see.
I'm almost positive that's Rob Riggle because I remember seeing a
Yes,
preview for
yes,
it
it is.
earlier this year or late last year.
Yes, Rob Riggle is in the movie.
He would make a good Frank West. I could see that working.
Oh, he's not. Yes, he plays Frank West. Yeah, and he's not the star of the film because it's about the way they did it. It was so good. Like he's on on a TV show, like on the news.
Mm-hmm.
He's being interviewed like about his past experience throughout the whole movie, and he's funny as fuck.
Dude, it's Rob Riggle.
Yeah, he's funny as fuck, and I strongly suggest you guys watch. It's not really a scary movie. Of course, I know Troll and John, you don't watch fucking scary movies, but that was surprisingly a very good movie and like I'm sure it was probably as B as they come for a B movie. But Star Wars is gonna be my movie of the year, and Dead Rising my surprise movie of the year. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Excellent.
And if I had to pick a worst movie of the year, I would probably say it wasn't.
Jim and Holograms.
I haven't seen that. I know you've been waiting to fucking talk about that. But I would say probably Crimson Peak. As far as it's more of a letdown. As far as it's not so much as a bad movie as much as a letdown. I thought it was going to be much better than it was. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that or not. But Elias would have been the only one that would have seen that. But
I haven't seen it yet.
yeah. But
All right,
anyway,
Ricochet, what about you?
For
he already
worst
picked
movie of the year?
Wait, did you already go? Did
he
everybody already
picked
go?
yeah, everybody.
Picked
He picked Spotlight.
Oh, right. Duh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I mean, since we all see movies, it's pretty easy to do a worst movie of the year. That's probably easier.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? What's probably the worst movie you've seen this year?
Biggest
Megan, off the top of your
letdown.
head.
Biggest letdown for me is Spectre.
Oh God,
I
that
mean,
wasn't that wasn't a bad movie. Though.
wasn't a bad movie, but it's a letdown. I didn't really see any
Okay.
bad movies this year.
I can give you that. Yeah.
I really didn't go to any movies until we started doing this podcast. Truth be told.
Yeah.
So
And look
Yeah.
all the movies we've seen. Some
I
good
know.
shit so
I
far.
know.
See,
I wish I had Letterboxd.
you should have it. I got
I'm pretty
everything.
Sure I've seen more than 23 movies in 2015.
You've probably seen that many in the first 3 months. Probably, yeah. I know you're a
Oh
movie
my God.
buff.
what about you for most disappointing, guys?
Huh?
For most disappointing, what about you, Elias?
Oh man, I can't think of anything. That's the hardest.
Troll, do you got any
Yeah.
that you've seen that wasn't
gotta
good?
think.
Not really. I mean, I'm easily entertained.
Gotcha. Well, while you're thinking about that, I just want to throw out a documentary I seen that was fantastic. It's called Chasing Tyson. Holy shit. On Netflix. Check it out. It's about the whole Holyfield Tyson feud and like battle, like the whole build up for their fights. Fantastic. If you guys are into boxing, I think you can watch it even if you're not big into boxing because I can watch boxing here and there, but watching that, I never realized how much went into their whole fights and everything they went into. But watching Zuko.
Oh, okay. My God, I do have the fucking worst movie of the year.
But
What is
I just wanted to
I
throw
just
that out there.
fucking
Go
thought
for
of it.
Okay, go for it.
Unfriended.
Ugh.
Okay, see, I haven't seen that. I'm surprised
Oh,
I haven't.
my
That's like
God.
that's like a perfect movie for me to watch. So I'm surprised I haven't seen that.
That's-
movie.
It's
that's a Netflix
basically
movie right there.
basically what we're doing is Unfriended, but it's just we're not horror. We're on Skype.
So it's a Skype. I thought it was a Facebook thing. So it's a Skype movie. Like
Yeah,
it's Skype.
it's Skype conversations with Facebook interaction about a ghost or poltergeist that's getting
Uh-huh.
revenge on its killers, and it's
Yeah.
just I can't believe I paid money for it.
Wasn't it a girl who was murdered or like was bullied into being murdered or something
Yeah,
like
she
that?
was like humiliated on YouTube. For being I want to say, not sure she was face down in the
Interesting.
and she was face down and you could see up her skirt and everything, and she was basically humiliated by her friends who were the ones who actually posted it on YouTube, and she killed herself because of it. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess her spirit came back, was haunting them on Skype.
So it just wasn't good, huh?
I was just looking at my wife like, I know I didn't pay no damn money for this shit.
Nice.
But hey, sometimes you roll the dice and it doesn't fall in your favor.
I seen Hot Tub Time Machine too.
That wasn't bad.
I don't think that was bad at all. That was pretty good. I was like, okay, this is probably going to be terrible, but it didn't have John Cusack, so I was like, all right, we'll see how this goes. But it was really good.
Rob Corddry can carry that movie,
Yeah,
and had Adam Scott.
it was really good. I was surprised. I just want to say this real quick. I noticed as I was doing my letterbox and I noticed and everything. I'm throwing that out as far as many times as I can. 2014 movies compared to 2015. 2014 seemed like suck ass compared to 2015 movie
Yeah.
quality wise.
Yeah.
You had a couple good things in there, like the Babadook was good, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I'm
Interstellar.
looking at
Avengers.
the list right now. See, I just watched Interstellar.
Oh, Avengers
so-
was this year actually. Jesus.
I haven't even seen Avengers, so there you go. But as far as movies I've seen, John Wick was pretty good.
Ooh,
John Wick was
Woo!
yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Woo, that was great.
That was good. But
watched that when
other-
I was back in New York again.
literally other than that, there's like 4 movies maybe that were okay. That were pretty good. But 2015 seems to have been a lot better year, personally for me, movie wise. So, in 2016, I'm looking at all the movies coming out. Dude, 2016, I think it's gonna be really good.
We got Rogue One this year.
Yeah, I'm not too hyped on that one yet, but oh my god, who's typing a fucking storm?
Rogue One. I'm not familiar.
That's the Star Wars movie this year.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
like the spin-off Star Wars movie that. they'll put between.
What disappointed me, like a surprisingly disappointing movie for me, was the Hateful Eight.
Really?
Oh, so you've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Shit. Well, don't say anything.
Yeah,
yet.
don't
I
say
want
anything.
I want us to
Okay.
do that as a spotlight at some point.
Sure.
But yeah, so we're
Wow,
no-
okay. Interesting.
A surprisingly good movie that if you haven't seen it, that's on Amazon Prime,
Okay.
is Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell.
I've
That sounds like a Kurt Russell movie.
I've seen something about that.
Obviously, the movie was filmed the same time as Hateful Eight because he's got like the same exact.
He looks exact. Yeah, I've seen
mustache.
like a poster for it or something. It
Yeah.
looked exactly. I was like, isn't this the other movie?
In the hills of Wyoming, a girl is abducted by some indigenous people.
Mm.
So, and Kurt Russell and a
Sounds like
band
Cold Mountain.
of people go out to rescue her. It's pretty gory, though. I will say it's pretty gory. It's pretty rad scenes.
That sounds like Cold Mountain to me.
Cold Mountain. Fucking sad.
Gold Mountain.
All right, so yeah, I think we can move on. Let's go on to this week's pre-screen verdict. We have 3 trailers this week. Jake, you want to run down the trailers that we have this week?
Yeah. So we're gonna be starting out. First movie is gonna be 999. And I never even heard about this movie. I remember I was looking up just trailers and I saw there was just called 999. So I was like, okay, let me check this out. And it's basically a Woody Harrelson movie, and he's a detective. I instantly thought of True Detective when I was watching it. By the way, I don't know if anybody else did.
Yeah.
I just kept referencing that when I was watching it. But obviously, it's got Norman Reedus. It's got what's that? Paul.
Giamatti.
No, Paul Giamatti. Exactly. No, Aaron Paul. There you go, Aaron
Yes.
Paul. And a couple other jobbers in there. But as far as am I going straight into my?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can start.
Okay. As far as trailer goes, there's a lot going on, and I know John watched the Red Band trailer first, which he kind of didn't even know what the fuck was going on. But
Yeah.
when you watch the
I'll
regular
talk
one,
about that.
you did watch the regular one?
Yeah, I saw it when I got back.
Good. And it does tell you the kind of the story, like a group of dudes they're doing like a bank heist stuff, and one of the guys in the group of the bad guys is actually a police officer and stuff, and it looks good, and the action looks decent. It looked fucking gnarly when they were out of the van and just jump up onto people's cars and start shooting into them, killing them. But I don't think. Yeah, sorry if I cough on you, but
Hatred.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's fucking pretty badass looking. But I think Norman Reedus. I think he's gonna die early for some reason.
Oh
and
yeah, come on.
I think same thing for Aaron Paul. He looks like his character looks like one of those little scumbag guys where he's always the fuck up. And looks you can tell by the way his hair is and the way he carries himself.
They look
I don't
like
think
villains.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to last very long, which is crazy because those after watching the trailer, those are the people I'm attracted to the most that I know the most, and besides Woody Harrelson. And
I mean, Aaron Paul. I don't know if this is going to be a movie for him that's really going to make him accepted as a movie actor, because the movies that he did after Breaking Bad all flopped.
yeah, I mean, Need for Speed, it probably didn't do good, but Need for Speed was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, man, that was pretty.
It probably didn't make any money, but it was a good movie. That's one of the only ones I've seen from him. But did you see Need for Speed? That was pretty good.
I did not.
Yeah, I
see
saw
Need
it.
for Speed.
Yeah, Need for Speed was good.
Probably should
But,
watch it.
But overall, I think the trailer was okay. I don't think it's gonna be a great movie, but I'll probably watch it. But that's my quick thoughts, even though I kind of just went over it. But
I'll go next. So like Jake said, I watched the Red Band trailer first, because when you posted that was what we were gonna do, I just looked it up on my own, and the Red Band trailer really doesn't explain much. It's just sort of how much not gore, but how much gnarly shit can we put in a trailer and get it banned? Not banned, but have it be a Red Band trailer. But then when I watched the regular trailer, it looked better.
yeah, it gives you the story.
Yeah, sure. I feel like
I mean, there's not much of a story, I guess, but
I
gave you a story.
I feel like with Woody Harrelson's character, they are playing on his role of Marty Hart from True Detective, because he looks almost the same, but he looks like Marty Hart would have looked if he had have kept drinking, and just sort of bought into the corruption almost. It's I don't know, Woody Harrelson is a great actor. I've seen him in so many different things, but True Detective really was his best role in my opinion, and I feel like he's going to be known for that for a really long time. Zombieland, he was good in Zombieland.
White Man Can't Jump was pretty damn good.
Why? Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, if we want to go back to 1994, I would say
You said ever. You said ever. So
from
I'm
this
saying.
era,
Okay.
I would say that True Detective is his best role. So I don't know if I would go see this movie. I mean, you could probably already get my verdict from that, but it was a cool trailer, but it didn't really sell it for me.
Troll, you want to
Yeah.
go? He's like,
When-
not really.
When I saw it, I was really intrigued by all the characters. I mean, you see Anthony Mackie's character. It
Who's
looks
that?
like he's playing the cop playing both sides.
Gotcha.
And I was like, oh man, this is a little more deeper than you think. You got cops fucking playing both sides here, and then what was it? They go ahead and do that bank heist, and it's not over for them, and all that stuff. They got to go ahead and do another one, and they ended up going ahead and it says, oh, you got to go ahead and do a 999. Have free access to the next bank and all that stuff. I was like, man.
Yeah, we didn't really even say anything about that. The 999, the 999 is the code for cop killed.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
they do a good job explaining it in the trailers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
I had no
mean,
idea.
Not a spoiler, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, I really want to see like how his character is going to roll out in this movie. I mean, that's probably like one of the main things that I really liked about that. And then like the fact that like it just seems more like the Battlefield Hardline type of movie or whatnot.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you don't really see a lot of bank robbery movies out there right now. I mean.
Pretty sure Heat summed that up.
Yeah.
Speaking of Heat, I believe, total side note, but De Niro and Al Pacino are about to do another movie.
Oh.
So what's your thoughts, Ricochet?
My first thoughts on seeing the trailer, I kind of want to agree more on the side with John. Looks like they just took a whole bunch of gnarly action scenes from the movie and, compiled them into a trailer. And I get that, for the, I don't want to say younger generation. I don't want to call them out, but for me, man, put the plot in there. Make it intriguing to me that I'm actually going to want to go see it in the theaters.
Did you see the regular one or the red band?
Yeah, wasn't the plot?
I saw the regular. Yeah, I mean, I got the plot, but
I think the plot
And
is
what do you-
weak.
the plot is weak. You're not going to see any in-depth character progression, in my opinion.
No, yeah, it doesn't have a strong plot. It seems like just a standard action kind of movie.
It just looks like a quick money scheme from Woody Harrelson to just come in here and just fill this role as a, detective.
Let me ask you a question. When does Point Break come out? No, very serious question. When does it?
It's already out.
I think it's already out.
It sucked.
When does 999 come out?
February, I think.
Okay, well, Point Break has a heist. 999 has a heist. Do you think that maybe they, made this movie to sort of compete with Point Break or anything like that?
Oh, it's definitely. I really don't know.
See, I think
maybe they're trying to bring the heist genre back.
I see what you mean, but I don't know. I think the marketing on this is terrible. I haven't, like I said, I didn't hear anything about it until I searched for on YouTube. I searched for movie trailers. I was looking up the newest movie trailers and I found it. Before that, I'd never even heard of 999. Did you guys hear 999 before I brought it up?
No. Oh yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it maybe once or twice. But
I only heard of it whenever I was researching Norman Reedus's list of filmography.
Okay. Yeah.
That was back when I was playing the PT demo.
Oh shit. Okay.
Not that long ago.
That was a while back. Yeah.
It was in production.
That was like a year ago. Year and a half.
Going back to what John, kind of like how, one studio's battling another with their interpretation of the heist movie. I mean, I kind of see how that could be portrayed. How, you had Deep Impact and Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I mean, I don't think it's that similar, but I mean, yeah, but I kind of see where the correlation is.
I can't believe they redid
Oh my god, I shouldn't have.
It's unbelievable.
We need
It'd be
to
like redoing Roadhouse or something.
maybe not do a full spotlight on it, but we need to see that movie so we can
What?
the Point Break.
Oh my god.
Have a comparison that and the original.
All right. So on the topic of 999, what are our verdicts? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
We can't even see Travis.
Yeah, Travis, what do you got? You go first.
Yeah, since your camera's messed up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I'm gonna give a. Man, this one's a tough one. I think this is one of the toughest ones I've done so far. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Yeah.
I have a thumbs down.
Ricochet, what are you going with? A down? So we got
Thumbs
two
Separated at birth.
up, 2 up, 2 down. Ricochet and John down. Me and Troll giving a thumbs up.
All right,
I think it'll be okay.
we'll
I mean,
have
not
to
like I don't think it's gonna be a good movie, like a great movie. I think it's just gonna be it'll be watchable.
Sure. All right, so let's go on to The Conjuring 2,
Yeah.
a movie that I will not see.
Yeah, you and Travis.
So I'll get this
Fine.
out of the way first.
Yeah, you two should go first since you guys don't watch scary movies.
The jump scare at the end, I saw it coming.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
not just that I knew a jump scare was coming, but I literally saw the guy coming. Like, the way the camera, it just looked so obvious.
Yeah.
What I didn't know is that these were based on true stories or like
Yeah.
true accounts.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But I'm not gonna go see it. I don't watch horror movies.
Yep. You gotta
I
make
won't
it-
even give a thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll go in the middle on this one.
Oh, you gotta give it a thumbs.
No, I'm not. Dude,
It's
point of the
based on
trailer-
it's the trailer.
Movie
with-
spotlight. Movie spotlight.
The point of a
Yeah.
trailer is whether
Let's
or not
fuck
it's going
with
to
them.
make me go see the movie, but I will not go see the movie regardless of how good a horror movie trailer
Movie
is.
spotlight.
But okay, but let's say was the trailer for you? Was it good or bad? Did
It
it
was-
seem like it was good? Did it seem intriguing?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
But
That's
again,
fair.
like,
That's fair
I'm
enough.
going into a trailer like this already being dismissive.
Sure, that's understandable.
So
All right. What about you, Troll? Same thing.
I like the trailer. You know, like the girl's on the swing with, you know, the older lady, and she goes like, you know, you're gonna die, you know, like just tell me that, you know, you need to die. All that stuff. I was like, man, like, and then like what was it, the scene where she's in the room and she's like, what was it, goes upside down or whatnot, and then the inverted crosses. I was like, holy shit. That's pretty fucking great. I mean, you know, like they show like this, like a few of the scary parts and all that stuff. And I was like, man, what's that?
A few? You think it was just a few or all?
No, I mean they showed a few. I mean, it's like it would intrigue me to go ahead and watch it if I wasn't, you know, if it wasn't
A
like,
pussy.
you know, yeah, exactly, the big old vag.
yeah, I'm
So
with you.
I mean, dude,
I
I
wish you
mean,
guys
I am
are-
not into scary movies, but I mean,
I understand that.
if I
understand.
wasn't in the if
Not
I was in
everybody's
the
the
scary movies, I'd probably watch this.
I'm not big into
You know.
platformers, so
You know, yeah, I mean, you know, this trailer doesn't give a lot away, but I mean, there's not really a lot to give away when you're talking about like a horror movie, I would imagine, right?
sure.
So,
All right. So what about you, Ricochet?
Um.
See, now-
First off,
see-
I'm excited. I'm excited for
yeah.
The Conjuring 2.
Mm-hmm.
When I first watched The Conjuring in theaters, I think on opening day, I was totally intrigued to go and research further on the cases of Ed and Lorraine Warren, and that was in part to actually buying the Audible version of their
Mhm.
case files, which if you haven't listened to them, they're pretty creepy and they're pretty great. As far as the trailer is concerned, I think it could have been done better. Maybe not so much showing so many, you know, scary scenes. Granted, they're like really, you know, really fast in conjunction to each other. You know, you see that almost that they're snapping to and from pretty quick. But I mean, still, you get an idea of like, why put all those scenes in there? Just give me. I would actually play audio from the case file. You know, that describing which case we're talking about here, because it just says the Enfield poltergeist.
Yeah, it doesn't really say.
You
what
know,
case
give us
they're
some
covering.
background in the trailer. You know,
Yeah.
from actual audio from the case file. That will tune me in to go watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and which I'm not saying that won't happen in another trailer, but
Yeah, because
Usually
they'll
the
release
initial-
several. They'll release several trailers.
usually the initial trailer I would do that. That was, of course, if I was helming the project.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely I definitely like the trailer.
Yeah. I think Conjuring's definitely one of my favorite scary movies in the past, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say 10 years, but I'm going to say a long time. That's definitely one of my favorite scary movies in the past. Good long time. We'll say that. Good long time. But I don't think Annabelle, which was like a kind of a spin-off they did, I don't think Annabelle was done that well when they went and did Annabelle. It was okay. And I went with you to see that, and I did you think Annabelle was that great? I wasn't big on Annabelle.
Just for a couple scenes.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
of
a couple
course, some
scenes,
scenes,
that
yeah.
it wasn't that great.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that they don't kind of like go down a mediocre route like that with this one.
I don't think they're going to, man. I think this is the same director from Conjuring 1, the first
Yeah.
Conjuring, James
Yeah.
Wan, and he's
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, the trailer. You don't see very much of Ed in it at all. You see a little bit of Lorraine, and you don't really see much of like the family. You just see the little girl. I don't know exactly what case. I can't think of it off the top of my mind, but I did the same thing. Whenever I got out of the contract, I went and I looked up like Ed and Lorraine Warren. I looked up all their shit, and of course, the one good thing about this trailer is it says the next story, which means obviously that they're going to continue to do more stories from
Yeah.
Ed and Lorraine's case files, which is good. So we're not going to get just a couple movies out of them, but as long as it's good, trailer wise. I agree. I don't think it was that good of a trailer.
You know.
There was hardly any talking. The talking they did do when they're on the swing, which is what Troll was talking about, that was good. That gave you kind of goosebumps. Where she's like, they said they're gonna hurt you, and she's like, when did they say that? Like just now. It's like, oh shit. But,
Yeah. That scene with all the crosses turning upside down to desecrate the Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you hear that a lot in the case files. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely a sign of a evil entity.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I don't think. I mean, I obviously I got to see more of it, but as far as trailer wise, it was okay. So let's do our verdict.
I'm gonna go in the middle.
You're
'Cause,
going in the
I'm just not gonna see it. So
sure, understandable.
I'm in the
Travis,
middle.
are you gonna do anything?
Is it like would I watch it or?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely rate it.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd give it
Give
a
it a
thumbs
thumbs up. You give it a thumbs
Yeah,
up.
I'm not gonna watch it.
You would watch it, but you won't watch it. So the trailer kind of did the job for you, but you're just not gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
I'm just not
Gotcha.
gonna watch it. Unfortunately.
Gotcha. I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. Trailer wise.
wow.
That has nothing to do with the movie. I will definitely watch the movie. Trailer wise, it didn't do it for me. It kind of let me down trailer wise, but that has nothing to do. I will definitely see the movie as soon as I can, and it comes out right before my birthday, 4 days before my birthday. So that might be a little birthday trip. Just saying. But,
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, might have to check that out. But all right, let's go to the last one. Load it up.
What's the last one we got, Jake?
The Brothers Grimsby.
That's right, Brothers Grimsby. Mind if I start this one?
Go for it.
So I'm a very big Sacha Baron Cohen fan. I have the Allergy Show on DVD. I have most of the British episodes downloaded. I mean, I loved the Allergy movie. I loved the Borat movie.
I
The
forgot
Bruno
about the
movie.
Allergy.
The Bruno movie was okay. But, I mean, Sacha Baron Cohen is just such a comedic genius. And he can play dramatic roles, too. Like he did in, was it Johnny Depp movie?
That's Talladega Nights.
No. Oh, shit. The Demon Barber, Fleet Street.
Oh, Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Yeah, he was in Sweeney Todd. He did a great job. So I'm signed in for this. I'm signed on for this movie. Like, I'm going to see it. I think the concept is really good, and I'm glad that he's not doing another character because there were rumors that he was doing another character. He may still be developing it. Who knows? Another, like, documentary style character. I don't know if he can really get away with it anymore. Maybe he can, since it's been a while, since it's been almost 10 years since Borat and Bruno. And the Allergy show had Allergy had like an actual like theatrical movie, not a documentary style movie. So yeah, I think it's funny. I think it's a really cool idea, just in general, like brothers separated and they become completely different. I think that's very, very cool. So yeah, like I said, I'm pretty excited for it. And I think the trailer was great. The action was good. It was funny. And it seems to have a really good cast, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna second that. That's definitely like I like how at the end he ends up getting the gun and he's like fucking shooting everybody, taking them all out.
Yeah.
Like so he's like so they're brothers and they can tell they both share that that skill, and I think it looked way more funny than I anticipated. I was like, okay, this is going to be kind of more action, kind of more. I thought it was going to fall in between, but it looks very funny. Action looks very good. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah. What about you, Elias?
I agree. I totally forgot about the Allergy Show.
How do you forget about that?
How do you forget
My
about
brother
that?
used to watch that show all the time. And I don't know why until you just said it, it clicked in my head. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this trailer a couple months ago.
Oh.
And I was like, man, I'm glad to see Sacha Baron Cohen back to comedic roots.
Mm-hmm. I haven't really seen
he did
anything
he did a little spiel of Sweeney Todd and Les Miserables. Kind of doing the more serious parts. And but yeah, this just has all the right reasons to go see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
He just has a goofy looking face. He just
he
looks,
does, man.
He just looks goofy. It's
He's
hard.
smart. He's smart with his comedy.
He's
He's very
easily transformed, which
Yeah.
I shouldn't say easily. Like, obviously, a lot of effort that goes into it, but he just has the ability to kind of become whoever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. What about you, Troll? What do you think?
If I had
We heard you laughing while you were watching it.
In the bathroom.
okay, what?
I'm joking.
Okay, all right, I'll continue. Well, you're done, right?
Bloop. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so, yeah, I mean, if you didn't know who was in the actual movie, I thought it was like, oh, going to be an action movie, and then all of a sudden, you see Sacha Baron Cohen come up, go like, man, I got us some tickets to the World Cup, England's World Cup. I was like, oh my god, he pulls up his shirt, shows the tent. Oh, like what was it? Like was it new England's World Cup champion? Was it 200016? I was like, oh my god! It was like, that says it's like a couple thousand years later. You're like, oh well, they gave me a couple extra zeros, for the bonus. The joke's on them. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a funny movie.
So what do you think of the whole the whole brother angle?
I like the play on the twins thing right there. It's pretty funny.
It's very Jean-Claude Van Damme. Double what was that? Double Impact? I'm kidding, by the way.
Which
Fuck.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Double Impact. What was that movie where he's got twins? He's twin with
I think
his.
there are a couple of movies where he has twins.
No.
I
No.
thought so.
Pretty sure it's Double Impact. Pretty sure it's Double Impact. I'm gonna look that up.
Okay.
But
You're probably right though.
All right, so thumbs up, thumbs down on Brothers Grimsby.
Double Impact. It's
Okay.
Double Impact.
Thumbs up.
I'm
Thumbs
giving
up
it-
from Troll.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up from everybody. That's
man.
unanimous.
Unanimous.
That's
I think
rare.
you're usually
Yep. That's rare. Sorry, guys, if you're listening. Troll's having some issues with his mic and his camera
And his internet.
and his internet. So, but anyway, yeah, rare thumbs up from everybody.
All right.
Double
Good
Impact.
deal. Good deal.
14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow, that much, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so that was this week's pre-screen verdict, and this week's final segment is Movie Spotlight. And for this episode, we chose to do a movie that it'd be a lot easier for everybody to see because of the holidays. It might be difficult for all of us to get out to a theater, spend time with the family. So this episode's film is Interstellar by Christopher Nolan. Let's change scenes there. All right. So, Elias, you are sort of the Interstellar resident expert. When did this movie come out? Was it 2013 or 2014?
2014 November.
2014. All right. So, I'm pretty sure on every episode there's been at least one reference to me needing to see Interstellar by Elias.
Really?
Yeah, it's definitely come up a bunch on the show. So when I was back in New York, I was pretty bored, so I figured, why not watch Interstellar? It's on Amazon Prime. And I have to say, I am very, very glad I did. I'm a Christopher Nolan fan. I've seen the Batman trilogy. I've seen Memento. I've seen Inception. Inception's one of my favorite movies. So I'm really glad that I saw this. And, I started off the last couple segments. So why don't we start off with Troll this time. Troll, what do you think of Interstellar?
Oh, I thought it was amazing.
Okay. What'd you like about it?
Oh, just the fact that it's talking about a world that is dying, and we need to go ahead and sustain the world, or find a way to keep the human race alive. Mm-hmm. It's also movie about a father's relationship with a daughter. All that stuff.
Okay.
Fuck that little kid. by the way.
Hey,
Hey, that kid.
she saved the world.
Talking about Cooper?
Yeah.
Well, she got
Fuck
help.
Cooper.
Talking about Murph?
She got help. Yeah.
Murph.
Yeah,
Murph.
Yeah, Murph.
Good old
He's-
Murph.
yeah.
Who was Cooper?
Him.
Cooper is Matthew
his-
McConaughey.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like Murph. Yeah, okay. All right. Jake, what about you? What do you think?
Yes. I also am glad that I sat down. I got up at like 8 a.m. one day and came in here and I was like, you know what? Load up Hulu. Let me watch some Interstellar. It ended at like noon because the movie's like 5 hours long. But it was
Doesn't
good.
feel like it though.
It was good. Some things that I did like about it. Well, first of all, I knew whenever he was, obviously when it was, we're not worried about spoiling anything.
No,
'cause
God, no.
If you haven't seen it, yeah. Anyway, when they saw the books were falling off the bookshelf and then like the stuff was lining up, obviously you knew something was up. Somebody was showing them that the stuff was going on. And it made you believe that it was like aliens or something from a different like dimension or something going on. But the main thing that I wanted you to believe that it was them or they, which were the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it does the fucking flippy floppy on you, and find out he's the one fucking behind the bookshelf. At 5 hours later, you find out it's him behind the bookshelf. And I'm not gonna lie, I seen that coming
Did you?
a little more than like. I'm trying to find out when I thought of that throughout the movie. It was pretty early on, not like I think it was before he went to space, before they shot off. I'm like, I don't think this is going to be aliens. I think this is going to be them. I think somehow I don't know the exact pathing of how I thought of it, but I thought somehow that it was like him as the one trying to warn them of something. But I don't know. I think that it was very good, but I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of trippy as fuck. That whole thing,
Okay.
and it did throw me off. It did throw me off a little bit. It was a cool concept. Obviously, extremely far fetched, but of course the whole movie's far fetched. But cool idea. I cried during this movie at one point. Not gonna lie. I definitely cried.
Yes.
We agreed on 90% there.
Yeah. The moment that I did cry, I told Jess that I was crying, that I cried during it, and she's like, "What? You cried?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fucking got me." It was the part where at the end of the movie, he finally sees his daughter, and she's old, laying in bed and everything, and he walks in and everything, and it's just, man, that was
It
like,
gets you.
that was super, super emotional. And the reason I hated her so much is because the entire movie she fucking hates him. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, he abandoned me. He did this. He's like, no, this motherfucker's doing everything he can to fucking help you, help the world, help everything, and you fucking hate his guts, man. There's so many different. You felt so many different emotions throughout the whole movie. The hate. There was definitely funny parts, like the machines, the little
Yeah.
I forgot.
Case.
Yeah, the little machines that work with them and everything. There a lot of comic relief in that, and it was just overall, it's just a really good movie.
What's that honesty setting at?
Honestly, said it, yeah. And he's like bumping it down throughout the movie. Yeah, or that was the
The humor setting.
humor setting.
Yeah.
It was bumping down. But I think it was really cool at the very end where he got the machine back and he was reprogramming it in that little makeshift house on the new planet,
That was a space station.
space station. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
I think
Go ahead, Travis.
I think the scene that really got me was when Dr. Man, like, he pretty much fucks everybody over
God,
and prunes them. That guy.
I didn't like that.
fucking Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon. What a fucking.
I didn't know he
What
was
a
in this
piece
movie.
of shit.
I didn't know he was in this movie.
Yeah.
No one did.
He popped up and I'm like, what is this, fucking Martian? The movie The Martian?
Prequel for The Martian.
Yeah. Jesus. Is that what, is
would
that
happen
Martian?
in alternate reality?
Does the Martian have anything to do with this movie?
No.
No, no.
not at
Yeah, like I said, like when we were talking about The Martian, I guess, previously, like, dude, he was just in a space movie. He
And
was
he gets
wearing.
stranded.
Yeah, he gets stranded, and then there he is. He gets stranded in this one too. So, but I mean, that whole thing where they go ahead and like you get screwed over by Dr. Man, and then they have the redock with the spinning like orbiter or
That's
whatever
cool.
it is. Oh man, that was so
Dude,
intense.
man, that
Yeah.
line.
The music there. Oh my gosh.
That was a very good scene. Very good
Jeez.
scene. It's just spinning. He's like,
Probably
here we
one of
go.
the greatest scenes of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't. I thought it was a very good movie. I liked how fast it moved in the beginning. Like they wasted no time,
Yeah.
like getting them into space. And like if you look at a movie, I don't see many space movies, but a movie like Armageddon, there is a lot of time spent. Like
True.
you know what you're getting into with that movie. They're going to space to get on a comet and like do something about it or a meteor or whatever. But it takes like 30 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
And either I didn't check the timestamps or anything, but it felt like they were in space within the first 15 minutes of the movie.
No. I mean, it was early, but it wasn't 15 minutes.
But like there was no training montage, there was nothing. It was like,
Well, because he's already a pilot.
right, we need you to go to space. Okay, kids, I'm going to space. See you later. I'm in space. Like it was like super quick, and I
It
liked
was.
that a lot. And
It
they
was.
spent. I liked how they spent a good deal of time explaining how like the lapses of time happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I liked how they really like brought it into not layman's terms, but they explained it in a way where it became understandable.
At
And
first
Yeah.
planet.
and they did it in a very clever way where they needed. I saw this a few weeks ago and I didn't take notes, so that's my fault. But the black guy that they were traveling with, the guy who's recording all the data.
Yeah.
What was his name? Anybody remember?
What's the name, black guy?
I don't remember the name.
Well,
His name either.
Matthew McConaughey asks him, like, well, what do you mean by that? Like when they start talking about the flux of time, he was like, well, what do you mean by that? And then like that's Matthew McConaughey asking him for us to explain it to the audience. Like
Exactly.
I like when movies do that. Like they do it, not ham-fisted, but it's clever in a way. And we feel Matthew McConaughey's like sense of urgency when they go into the water planet. And they get wrecked for an hour, and it turns out to be 20 years. And he's like, "Fuck!" Like, he's flipping out.
I wanted to beat the
Yeah,
shit
dude.
out of her. When
He's
she
like,
went,
ah!
Yeah, he almost turned Super Saiyan. Something that the whole Tesseract sequence, I didn't really get it. Like, I feel like they explained everything so well up until that point.
when he's behind the bookshelf?
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
just sort of came all of a sudden, and I feel like they tried explaining it, but like because there was a sense of urgency, like they needed to, like push Murph into doing it and to like send her the messages. I get all that, but I feel like it was just never explained.
They tried to pull a M. Night Shyamalan with that shit. It's pretty
No,
much
that's
how
a
it went
Nolan
down.
feature, man. Nolan does that.
But
He
see-
did it in the Inception.
No, Nolan's feature is movies not ending. Like aside
Yeah,
from
that's
Batman,
what I mean.
but this movie has an ending.
Does it?
Yeah, he leaves and goes to get what's her
Get
name?
some
It
booty.
really doesn't have an ending. It doesn't.
Sure it does. He's leaving to go get her. That's the ending.
But like,
And if the wormhole is kept open, he gets there. Like it's very simple.
I mean, you don't know that though.
But you do. There's no reason for him not to be able to get her.
I mean, it took a long fucking. It was pretty hard for them to get there. So,
No, their space station is only days away from Saturn or something like that.
well, then
Yeah, and
why?
then-
They're like
and then-
orbiting Saturn
Then why
and
is
also-
she still there by herself then?
because her ship
Okay.
crashed.
Well, keep in mind though too, like since they've been gone, like technology on the Earth side has like increased dramatically.
Yeah, so he got
As well.
a new cruiser. Like
Yeah,
it's
he was
like an
like-
upgraded version of what he was originally flying.
Yeah.
Only
something-
because of the data that he was able to send.
Well, sure. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm saying it's a bad thing. Like I'm
Right,
just agreeing
no,
with what
yeah.
Travis was saying. How like because so much time had passed, like 60 years had passed on Earth, they were able
And-
to upgrade so much.
Right. And
so
was
he
so
would
Go
be
ahead.
able to get her super fast.
Right, and he was so lucky to be on that side of Gargantua that the oxygen remaining in his tank, just so happened to be on the time lapsing side of, what every hour is 7 years on Earth. So he
Yeah.
was lucky, very lucky.
The other thing that I really, really liked, and I noticed that no other film that I've ever seen has done this,
Yep.
is that when they are traveling through space, it's silent. There's no music. Like they even show the exhaust of the ship, like pushing air out or whatever, and there's no sound because there shouldn't be sound because it's a vacuum.
Oh, yeah.
Like that makes perfect sense. But it's it's very common for filmmakers to like always have some sort of sound effect. But this really like engrosses you in their world of space
Yeah,
and the fact that there's no sound.
and they tried to. I mean, that was the whole premise of what Nolan was trying to go for, was a realistic science fiction movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they brought in even a physicist.
Until they
I
did
forgot-
the M. Night Shyamalan deal.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that was the fiction part of the science fiction. But like he brought like a physicist. Like I forgot his last name is Kip Thorne.
Yes.
And they took so much data, and then they made that wormhole. Like they said that like it took them like I don't know like an obscene amount of time just to render those scenes because of like how much data was involved. Because then they didn't like conceptualize that the fact that the wormhole or the black hole would be like a sphere instead of like every movie you see, it's a flat disc.
Right.
So that kind of put things into perspective there. Like oh, yeah, you'd think it'd be round, like like a ball.
And I got a question. He says that they put it there, so they created the black hole. How?
Well, that
Did
was
they
their
ever say that?
assumption.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
what-
think it was ever proven.
No,
Well,
I
then
don't
how
think-
did it show up then?
No, I don't think that the black hole was.
He said that when he was behind the bookshelf, he said, "We put this here."
Yeah.
No, I think he's talking about the wormhole.
Yeah,
that's
how
what
did
he's
they?
asking.
How did they put the wormhole? They never explained that.
Well, because they can manipulate gravity. Like,
Yeah.
what Matthew McConaughey is saying is that, like, they, either humans or some next evolution of humans, created that in order to save their race. Like, it's sort of like time is a flat circle, like that whole saying, like, what has happened will happen and it'll keep happening. So, like, in order for the human race to keep existing, something had to have happened in the future. Like, this, it's sort of difficult to explain. Like, this event will always happen. Like, so, okay, we have the human race in whatever year this took place in, like 2150 or something like that. So you have the human race then, and then at the other end of the event, you have the human race in, say, like the year 7000. They don't ever specify. Now, in the year 7000, like the human race or whatever the next race is that we become knows that in the year 2100 the earth is becoming like a barren wasteland and it can no longer sustain human life, so they give them a way to like save themselves, but the event will keep happening. It's not necessarily like somebody from the past traveled to the future and put it there. It's the fact that this event just kept happening. It's so hard to explain. It does make sense, but it's very difficult to explain. Like, you got to look up the theory of time as a flat circle.
Just a mind-blowing movie, man.
Yeah, it does make some semblance of sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some stuff like made sense. As far as all that went, like once it got into that part of the movie, it was a little. I felt it took a slight bit away from it, but that's my opinion. Like it was a little too fucking far out there. I liked everything. He sacrificed himself, the machine, shot her off, and I was like, all right, now he's gonna go out there, he's gonna send back the research, he's gonna die, he'll save the planet and all this stuff, cool. And then it fucking, all right, he fucking floats off into space, falls behind the bookshelf. What? I'm just saying. I mean, it was cool, it was definitely different, it was outside the box, but it's a little much, I guess you can say.
Well, the reason he was able to be behind the bookshelf is because the next generation, the next race that humans become, are able to manipulate the fourth dimension, which is gravity. So then they use that to always be able to, like, not time travel, but manipulate things in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how him slipping through a fucking wormhole enables him to do that, but or like whatever creature or being like found him and like put him there to do it, but.
Yeah, because he like falls down, looks like an elevator shaft at first. And he's like falling, then he just grabs on, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
One thing I didn't like is the fact that Tars was Tars at that point, right? Not Case.
Yeah, TARS.
I never understood how Tars was able to keep communicating with him. That made no fucking sense to me.
True. I know what you mean.
Because Tars went to a different place.
Tars went to go get the research, correct?
Yeah.
No, he fell into a black hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Tars
I
was
thought-
going to the other. I thought Tars was going to the other side to get the research that they needed.
They went Tars and
Are you talking about on the
Cooper.
planet?
Tars and Cooper went to the same place, same area.
Are you talking about on the planet, or are you talking about when they went into the black hole?
The end.
I
end,
I
black
thought
hole.
Tars was going back to Earth to
No.
give them the research.
No,
They were
he
going
was
three
going
different
into the black hole to get the data,
Yeah.
so he could relay to the whatever
You
the
don't-
ship
Oh,
is.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
you don't
okay,
you don't
okay.
remember Cooper saying, "I'll see you on the other side, slick," and then
Yep.
Yeah, that I was sort of I was still being like blown away by everything that had just happened. So like I guess I missed a few things, but I was like
What
still
did you say?
freaking out about Matt Damon almost fucking them to death.
Matt Damon.
dude, that shit pissed me off.
That was weak. I thought that was very weak. That was unnecessary.
No, I like that. That he was a fucking little bitch and he was afraid and
But
didn't.
what did he
I
hope
don't
to
think-
accomplish? Like
He was. It was just showing how much of a piece of shit he was
greed. He was greedy.
for
Yeah.
what though? Like
to
Selfish.
save himself.
Dude, he was not
He was
in
losing his. He was losing his mind.
He didn't
Yeah,
care
dude.
about Earth. He wanted to care about his life.
He was marooned like on there. He was like like when before he went to sleep, he thought he was a done deal.
Mhm.
You know, so he faked all that data just so hopefully.
so
that
why
they
not
come-
say I faked it so someone would come here and rescue me? So let's go. Like why not say that?
Because it would reveal that he's a piece of shit.
Ugh.
I don't think anything was wrong with that at all. I think.
But they were on a rescue mission. Like
Yeah, but okay, keep in mind
well,
though.
they weren't really on a rescue mission. They were.
Keep in mind though, like Coop was about to leave after that.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm done, deuces, you know, because we gotta, you know, we're like, there's no way that we could go ahead and save the, you know, the Earth.
Mhm.
All that stuff. We got to do the population bomb, and then that's when, you know, he was like, oh, we need all the ships and all that stuff. You know, you can't just leave on your own. I think is what happened, and he just went ahead and took it on himself to go ahead and do the whole thing, like what he did.
But and the other thing that bothered me too about Matt Damon is that when he's like docking the ship and he doesn't get it right, like I feel like everyone knows that you'll be sucked into space if you're not completely sealed. Like what a fucking moron.
well, he's a
Yeah.
doctor. He's not really a.
Plus, he's not thinking straight, guys. This guy is literally.
I didn't think that his character was. It didn't have to be like that with him. I thought
All I
that was
know
just
is-
sort of dumb.
The whole line, the best line in the movie was when Case tells him that's not possible, and Matthew McConaughey says, "No, it's necessary
Yep.
that we're docking."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh, another scene I liked was in the beginning where they have the parent-teacher conference.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, that's,
Oh.
that's good.
Oh man.
How'd it go?
Like-
I got you expelled.
I guess you
We're
kind of
going to-
expelled.
They're like, yeah. So how you gonna punish her? Like, oh, we got a baseball game coming through in town. I think I want to take
Yeah.
her to one of those because she likes it a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh man, Matthew McConaughey.
You know those scenes where the doctors are going on cryo sleep. You know, he's the last one. He's with Case or Tars, and he's asking the questions. You know, and Tars just gives him straight answers, and he looks right at him and says, "Yeah, but you ain't got a poker face, do you?" And walks on out. But you know, Cooper Station. He goes, "Oh, they named it after me."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Damn right, they better have named it after you. And he finds out, no, they named it after your daughter. I'd be like, "Excuse me."
Well,
Did you
didn't
go
they
to
name
fucking
the
black
stadium?
hole? Get this shit to you.
Didn't they name it after? Didn't they name the stadium after him? Wasn't it Cooper Field or something like that?
It was Cooper Station.
Cooper's,
the stadium.
space
What
station.
about the baseball field they were playing on outside the window?
I don't know.
I don't
Not
think they
sure.
said anything about
No,
that.
I
I
don't know.
don't think
Go back
so.
and check that out.
Yeah, I just didn't like some of the character progression. Like even like the Michael Caine thing. Like he
Yeah.
knew that it wasn't gonna work. Like come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I get like not every movie's gonna have happy endings. Not every movie's gonna have good people in it. Like not good people. Like not
It's
every
not a
character is
hap-
going
it's
to
not
be a
a
good
happy
person.
ending. This movie had a happy ending.
No, it did. But like certain things happened where it's like, God damn, like do they really
Yeah.
fuck people over at this point in the movie? Like,
Yeah, after
trying
coming
so
off
hard.
of, well, I can't remember the Hydro planet, and you have to sit there and watch all them logs.
yeah,
Dude, that's rough.
I think that's the part that I cried at.
I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, this guy.
Also,
Matthew
Casey
McConaughey is such
Affleck
a
turned
great
into an
actor, dude.
asshole. There's a lot of assholes in this movie.
Yeah, that fucking Murph.
Yeah, I didn't get Casey Affleck's deal. Like,
Oh, the son.
Yeah, like
Oh, at the end where she's trying to save his family, and he's like, "No, fuck you, they're staying here." It's like, what?
yeah, like they're dying. What the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with you?
Yeah, he already had his son die already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Murphy even said like, "What are you gonna bury another one out back or something like that?" Like that was cold as ice.
And he was like, "You son of a bitch!" It's like, hey, she's true. She's being true. But I like how the '70s show dude. I like
for
him.
Grace.
He was
Oh,
pretty.
Grace, I'm gonna get this fucking tire iron. This guy comes back.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
and that was
I don't
smart of
know.
her too to set the crops on fire to get herself more time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Overall, though, I think it was definitely really good. If I did more time and looked into my letterbox thing, I could see if it was my favorite movie from 2014 that came out in 2014.
Yeah, I'm glad that I finally watched it now.
See. See.
I see.
Conjuring came out. No, Conjuring was 2013.
Eyes are open.
I think I'm all caught up on Christopher Nolan now, except for his first movie.
You seen The Prestige?
Yes,
You haven't seen Memento, or which one? The
the one before Memento.
it's one where he's like observing, following people.
Yeah, I think it's in black and white.
I think it is too.
Yeah, whatever that one is. I haven't
Hot
seen
damn. Hot damn. I just looked at my thing. I'm going to say this is my favorite movie from the year 2014 that came out.
2014 was not very solid.
It's lackluster, man.
No, it really wasn't. But after looking at all the movies I've seen, this is definitely my favorite movie from 2014.
The guys, man. I know you guys are ready
Close.
for March.
What's March?
Isn't that when Warcraft is landing in theaters?
No,
No, I think
I'm not
so.
going into that with high hopes.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are holding back now.
I didn't go
Yeah.
into Star Wars with high hopes either, so maybe it'll turn out to be great.
Well, I'm going to look forward to it. I don't care.
I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, it's not being done by Yui Bowl, so it's got to be better than
Yeah, well.
anything else.
I'm excited.
All right, so I guess that wraps it up for this week's episode of Job Squad Media Podcast. I guess.
What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do for the spotlight next episode?
Gem and
Episode-
holograms.
Episode
You-
1 of
Shut up.
Making a Murderer.
So each episode will cover another episode.
Maybe we can do Making a Murderer like how you guys want to do The Walking Dead. How you guys did The Walking Dead thing. Maybe we could do a segment on Making a Murderer.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of hours we got to put in though before our
That'd
next
be
episode.
that'd be 10 episodes.
That's 10 hours because they're an hour apiece.
Well, yeah, but it wouldn't be an hour worth of podcast every week.
Podcast. Different
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? Doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, one episode of podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, that'll take us all year to finish. We do these bi-weekly. What are you
It's
talking
only 10 episodes, bro. Be all right.
about? All right, we'll
Maybe,
figure.
maybe we could do 2 episodes a week.
Well, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out, and we'll be back. But yeah, close out. Anybody got any plugs, real quick, before we go?
Yeah, if you haven't watched Making a Murderer, make time in your schedule to watch it.
Yeah. Letterbox, check it out.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Not sponsored yet. That would be awesome.
We should
But,
just try to get sponsored by them so I can stop saying that.
Yeah. But yeah, for real, check us out. iTunes. Search Jobber Radio. We'll be on there under that. YouTube. If you're listening to us on iTunes, search for us on YouTube. Type Job Squad Media. We'll be right under that. Pretty much it. Follow us at Job Squad Media on Twitter. I'm trying to do a bunch of tweets on there. You guys need to start fucking tweeting.
I know.
Fucks.
I'm on Twitter all day, too.
I'd like to do a plug.
Sure.
Yeah, do it. Plug it.
Okay. I'll plug Coca-Cola and Pepsi. They're both delicious.
Fuck out of here. If you had to pick one, which one would it be?
Oh, Coca-Cola.
Thank God.
All right. If there,
Yeah.
what about you? Everybody Coke?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coke.
Yeah, I think I'd be Coke too.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Pepper's a Coke product, so I'd hope so.
There you go. I like Coke fan.
All
But
right.
anyway, yeah.
So let's do the Twitter sign-offs, and let's get out of here. I'm John, Sweet Johnny Cage Gallagher. You can find me at SJCage on Twitter, and I tweet a lot about random music and video games, mostly video games. Then we have Ricochet over there at I2I0CHET, talking about Mad Unreal Tournament.
That's easy to find.
And
That's
nothing.
it. It is. It's very easy to find.
Yeah, it's
I21357GF9.
Right. I try to stream whenever I can, but I got a puppy right now. I'm going through puppy training.
Yeah. The testing grounds for having a kid.
It is, but you know what? It doesn't last as long.
Still gonna have to have it.
What are you talking about? You're gonna cook it after you train it?
No, it'll be able to hold. Yeah, never mind.
All right, we got a hiatus troll down there at hiatus troll or hiatus stroll, as I like to see it. And then we got Bomber at the Tech Direct up there, the usual host, but he's been feeling under the weather this week. And as he said, you can find us at Jobsquad Media on Twitter. And yeah, so that's been Jobsquad Media Podcast, episode 4. Thanks for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks. Have a good night, everybody.
Deuce.
Later.